that like how to explain it? When you were walking, when she was walking down the aisle, apologize. When she was walking down the aisle, you looking at her, or you guys are getting married, did you just know it was the right decision?
Of course.
I like that, bro.
I wouldn't.
like that.
I wouldn't even have, had any second thoughts if I wasn't sure.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have done it.
Black love is
if I wasn't sure.
Black love is beautiful, bro. Black love is beautiful. I love it.
Love that. That was a nice little simple answer he gave it to us.
Snap.
It wasn't even nothing. It was simple, but it was deep. I just knew it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she watches the show, so I'm just saying.
Hey, Mrs. Bird.
Just wanna see you on me. I just wanna see you on me. Put it on me, babe. Put it on me. Put it on me, babe. Put it on me. Never know your body.
Round of applause. I like it. We got sound effects. We got live studio
I know,
now.
right? That's dope. I didn't expect that.
What's going on, y'all? It's another episode of Fupas And Flapjacks podcast here on the DeRosa Media Network. My name is Jay. That's
Your boy Trey was popping.
And every week we're joined by the voice of God, the podcast, Dr. Phil. Phil, how you doing today, dog?
Fooptastic, man.
Fooptastic. I love it.
We still ain't made a shirt for that yet.
We listen.
Foopastar, Fooptastic, Foot Loops. You know what I'm saying?
I got Foop Daddy already.
Foop Loops, come on.
Foop Daddy, Puff Daddy. No, I can't make that shirt.
You can for you.
Foop Diddy.
That's insane.
Fitty.
You know what you're doing right now? You're you're getting yourself right into the topic of the day based off what the stuff you're saying right now. It's kind of insane.
Trey, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing great, man. Can't complain. God's good.
God is good. God is great.
All the time.
God is what? God is good.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all, before we start this episode, just want to sidetrack real quick. Today is a very special birthday. By the time you guys see this, it would be like 5-6 days later, but this is a very special birthday for me specifically. It's my son Nazareth's birthday.
Nephew.
So I just want to say to my son Nazareth, I'm so happy and blessed that you are my child. God couldn't bless me with anybody or anything better than you. So I just want to say to you, thank you so much for just shedding light to just happiness in the world, bro. As we all know, my son is autistic on the spectrum, but that doesn't stop him. His disability is an ability, right, Phil?
That's right.
Exactly. Superpower. So I just want to say to my son Nazareth, you're probably not going to watch this because you're not old enough to watch this podcast, but still, happy birthday to you. Daddy loves you, and I'll see you at Disney soon.
Internet lasts forever.
It does, or it does.
He'll see this when he turns of age.
Yeah, he'll definitely see this because knowing him, the way he be on YouTube, he'll find it.
I created an email address for Dominic, right? And I put all his pictures in there.
Oh, that's actually smart.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you should create like his own little private thing, and then when it's time, hand it off to him.
I'm going to do that. I'm not going to be ratchet about it like how, some families used to be back in the day. Put all the bills on the kid's name because they got good credit. Sorry, was that triggering?
No, not for me.
I was like, that's going to be triggering.
I just know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, we done shooting the shit. This is another episode of Fupas And Flapjacks podcast. Like
episode
I said,
21.
Episode 21. 21.
21.
We on the journey, bro.
For sure, bro.
Phil, thank you for helping us on this journey too, bro.
Yeah, boy.
To the fans out there, we appreciate y'all, man. Real talk. I got a story later on this episode that Trey, I haven't spoken to Trey on the phone about, so Trey's going to like this one. But the topic of this episode today is why can't men settle down, or the hesitation to settle down. Throughout this episode, we're going to talk about our own experiences about when it comes to our hesitations to settling down, but we're also going to speak about some current events that's going on in the world right now. For example, let's talk about Shannon Sharpe.
Bugging. Overly bugging.
Bugging, dog.
Tripping.
Wilding. Yo, you know what's crazy? Dro, my older brother's name's Dro. Dro was talking to me the other day, and he was said to me that, how sexual Shannon Sharpe has been when in times it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Kind of came back to bite him, bro.
Yeah. My dad was talking to me. We were on FaceTime. Uh-huh. And my dad's probably maybe 3 or 4 years older than Shannon Sharpe.
Damn.
And he's like...
Not like how old your dad is, but like...
Shannon Sharpe's like 54, 55.
That's true, yeah, you're right.
My dad's like 58, 59.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, that's so disgusting. Like, that he's like...
You're literally fucking your granddaughter.
Exactly. To him, my dad's like... It'd be different if... My dad said he'd understand if, like, it was a party. You're in LA, it's a party, you're drunk, something
That's
happened.
another, yeah.
But to actively be at the gym, sober.
Hold on, wait. Do we all believe that gym story?
I don't know.
I don't believe that gym story for 1 second.
It doesn't matter if I'm
right,
going off the gym story.
Yeah.
Off the gym story, you met her, which means you had conversation.
Yep.
Age came up, which means sober, you chose to do what you did.
Yeah.
Insane.
I'll be real with you, bro. I'm gonna sound like devil's advocate right now. I don't blame him. Granted,
can we get a boo?
Hold on, wait. Let me finish.
Can we boo?
Let me land.
I don't have a boo.
Oh. Thank you. You see, the podcast gods love me. But I don't blame him. The issue I have is two things.
Okay.
Number one, it had to be a white girl. I'm sorry, it had to be a white girl. Like, he couldn't do a Latina, Asian, Polynesian or something. No, it had to be a white girl.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, she's an OnlyFans girl. Okay, cool. We don't slut shame on OnlyFans. Like, get your money however you get it. Mm-hmm. But it had to be mid. That girl's not that attractive, bro.
But to
that
me,
girl is not that attractive.
I feel that.
I'm not fumbling the bag for some mid.
But cool, and that's one take. But for me, it's like, forget if she was the baddest and she was 19.
Yeah,
that's still trash.
Yeah, she's 19 regardless. Yeah, that's still trash.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, to me, if she was mid or not, like.
Phil, what you think, bro?
I already told Trey that she's mid. She ain't even that great.
She mid, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
bro, I can walk into Lululemon right now and see at least 6 girls that look like her, bro.
Probably. He's in LA though.
I can walk into Lululemon right now and see 6.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I can walk into Starbucks.
He's in LA. He's going to see 1,000 of the same girl.
True.
I don't even want to side note to that. But I was going to side note to something else. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm saying is, I just don't understand, like, a man like him, successful like him, can't find somebody to settle down with. And he's had Cat Williams, who's approached him and told him the same thing.
Monique.
He had Monique approach him and tell him the same thing.
It's always a black woman that tells you wrong.
But it was a black man at the same time.
No, black man too, but I'm saying it's always a black woman in there that be like, hey, I know what you're doing. You're fucking up.
Right. And so you are already pre-warned before this happened. And that's because people are seeing you make decisions that are poor.
Yep.
And you have daughters also that are around the same age.
Which is weirder.
Weird. And you can't find, with your success, a woman to settle down with.
Especially in LA and at the level of celebrity he's at. Because you could do like Nicole Murphy, Halle Berry.
And he was singing about Nicole Murphy praises on his pod forever.
Nicole Murphy is fine as hell too.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying
nigga, fuck the bullshit. Drea.
What Drea's with?
Fuck. Listen. The same weirdest I feel about Shannon Sharpe is the same way I feel about Drea.
Same, yeah, I agree.
I feel the same exact way.
Yes, yeah.
Like the gender can change, but I still feel the same way about the age gap. It's
I
weird.
agree.
Granted, now, let's say Shannon Sharpe was like messing around with like a 31-year-old. I'm like, that's not as weird.
That's not weird.
Because they've experienced life, so they're more well equipped to deal with a relationship with an older man.
Yes.
Now, 19, like.
Shorty just got out of high school.
Yes, she probably just had her period 6 years ago. Her first period 6 years ago. Like that's weird though. Like I hate to be that like specific about things. Like bro, that's weird though, bro.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
weird. Like if you put it in this perspective, like just got out of high school. You're right, Trey? Yeah. You fucking around with a 19-year-old. That means she's probably like a year removed from her senior prom.
Exactly.
That's weird, bro.
But the main thing is, outside of that,
yeah,
it's Shannon. Why can't you settle down?
Yeah, why can't you?
Why can't you find somebody?
Now, in his situation specifically, to like now we're staying on topic. Getting back to the main topic. You think it's because maybe the level of celebrity he's at? Because I've seen a lot of men and women. Because Tracy Ellis Ross spoke of this too. Like once you get to a level of celebrity, you don't know if people are dating you for you or dating you for your status. You know what I'm saying?
You know. What I've noticed with Shannon Sharpe is that, especially on his pods, he likes to bring up like regular everyday people conversations. Yeah. 50-50, all the other stuff. That has nothing to do with his life.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to figure out if it's something where just like other men who get on social media and hear certain people talk about certain things, let them dictate how they move in the real world space. Right. Because it throws me off on someone like I feel everyone tells Shannon all the time like you're a good looking guy, you're successful in this. So then to me it's like what's the hold up?
I think people thought he was gay, so he's like I gotta go to the extreme.
Well, I thought the thing that dispelled the gay rumors when he was on IG Live smashing Mama Shell. Michael's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy. But I thought that was the thing that had him stop, like that kind of stopped the gay rumors.
But then he wore that sweatsuit outside the car.
He was bow-legged. Like, I'm granted he got like 2 hip replacements, but he was bow-legged like a motherfucker in that video.
But let's put this in perspective for us.
Yeah.
What's the reason why you haven't settled down?
Reason why I haven't settled down is because I'm not where I want to be in life.
Okay.
Granted, I think I spoke about this on this pod or spoke about it personally. It's like now I'm in a point where I'm, how do I explain? You know, some people are like emotionally unavailable, but they deny it. Yeah. Like, no, I'm forward facing and emotionally unavailable. Like, I'm gonna let you know off rip. As soon as you start my DMs and flirt with me, I'm like, yo, listen, I'm emotionally unavailable. I'm not trying to date. I'm not trying to court you. I'm not trying to do anything. Like, I'm not even trying to fuck. Like, I'm good where I'm at.
But do you feel
it's more of a personal thing for me?
But do you feel okay? So us as men,
yeah,
tend to think that we have to be at a certain place to court or get with someone.
Yeah.
My uncle challenged me on that thought processing last year. He said, "Why can't you have both? Why can't you grow and have someone and do like? Why are you putting yourself in the mindset to hold yourself back? Why do you think you're placing yourself in a place to say, I can't grow and find someone to court and be with?"
Because I don't have the time. Like, I'm a dad.
Okay.
I'm a very active father, as we all know.
Yeah.
So if I'm spending on average 3 days a week with my kid, the other 4 days I'm podcasting or working, there's really not a lot of space for you to fit in.
Does that ever change though?
It can. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I tell you this all the time. Like, it's 24 hours in a day. I'm gonna find a way.
Okay.
Like, if I want to spend time with you, I'm gonna find a way.
Right.
But my thing is, right now, I'm trying to manage all the other stuff I got going on before I try to fit you in.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if it's the right person, you wouldn't find a way to manage him and put them in that time?
Of course I would.
Okay. So that's why I'm saying, like,
of course I would.
That's why I'm giving the pushback.
I'm not willing to find the right person right now. That's the thing.
I'm not telling you that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if the right person stood at your doorstep, and I'm not literal doorstep, but if the right person stood at your doorstep, you're going to be willing to let that go because of whatever you got going on? When you could try and fit them in? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you really want someone and really want to build with someone, you're going to find an hour, 30 minutes, whatever, to give to that person. You got one day to go out.
Yeah.
You got one day a week where you can go out and kick it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, we're talking about settling down. There's a lot of guys who will hold themselves to that status. But if you really want to be with a person that you say you liked or you were interested in or whatever, you could carve out some time.
I mean, to be real with you want to laugh at something.
Okay.
Kind of circle back to what I mentioned earlier.
Okay.
I'm actually carving out some time for somebody next week.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I'm so sick of your ass. Only thing is, when I show you her picture, you gonna laugh.
Okay.
Because she favors somebody. Don't
okay,
worry.
show me the picture.
No, hold on. But yeah, she favors somebody that you're not too fond of.
Show me the picture.
I'm gonna show you. Phil, I love how Phil put the camera on me like he's trying to catch me slipping. You think you're slick, Phil?
Yep.
But yeah, next week I'm actually gonna go on a Disney date with her.
You know what? She been heavy
in the comments.
In the comments,
I know.
She been heavy supportive.
I know.
She been trying to show herself. See,
I know. Trust me, I know.
But this your type.
It is my type.
It's your type.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know, I had a feeling this was gonna happen.
How?
Bro, she was overly in the comment section, overly supporting.
I like that.
That's cool. I like it too. But I'm just saying, like, I had a feeling like at one point, if it had to be someone who was following the pod, it would have been her. Oh, and you was following her too.
Yeah, because she followed me a long time ago.
Right, but I seen you follow her specifically. You don't follow everybody.
I don't follow much of anybody. I don't follow much of anybody.
You don't follow nobody. So, okay, cool. I'm with it. I wish the best.
But after the conversation we had a couple weeks ago about like my new dating tactics,
okay,
I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna, put my money where my mouth is, I'm gonna try my new dating tactics to see if my dating changes.
Okay.
See if I can find that right person.
How transparent have you been with her?
Very. But it's been surface level conversation for now.
Okay.
Yeah. But very transparent though.
Okay, cool.
Like, she even asked me about the situation we talked about, like, oh, we blocking somebody from the podcast page. So she asked me, I was just like, oh, I'll tell you what happened. I don't care.
Okay.
And then she was telling me she'd been through a similar situation. I was like, shit, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this back and forth we just had.
Yes, sir.
On why you aren't ready yet.
Yeah.
Clearly, now we just have further conversation. You just opened up saying you potentially may be ready if this person is
the right person.
The right person. That's really all it is. That dudes are closing themselves off and not allowing themselves to say, let me be a little bit more, have a little bit more time management.
Yeah.
And figure how I can fit someone in, because if you want to fit someone in,
you will.
You will.
Another thing is too, though, I've been trying to hold my cards to my chest a little bit more.
Why is that?
Because when I'm too open, shit don't go well.
What do you mean by that?
Just open and honest about every single thing. Now, granted, that doesn't mean like now I'm gonna just start lying all the time and shit like that. It's
right.
It's just more so like I'm taking things very, very slow rather than being like, hey, I know you just read the cover, but let me show you page 100. I'm be like, no, let's go to page 1. Let's go to page 2. Let's go to chapter 1. Give me a book report. Okay, cool. All right, now let's go to chapter 2. Yeah.
Okay. So do you feel like that may also be a reason why men don't sell now? They've opened up and had slapped in the face?
They opened up and slapped in the face. But a lot of the issue I have with that specific statement, though, and it's the reason why I'm a little bit different than most men, is that we've seen it firsthand. Like, we're an anti-red pill podcast.
Right.
We've seen a lot of men where they get slapped in the face one time. Now it's fuck all women.
Right.
All women ain't shit.
Right.
All women ain't worth the hair on my balls. Like, we see that. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is more so like, I've been slapped in the face once. Let me take my time.
Change it up a little bit.
And do my due process.
Okay.
And my due diligence before I go for a first kiss. Before I spend the night for the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the baby steps to get there.
Got it.
Like, I'd rather a slow burn than a quick fuse.
Got it.
So
Got it.
That's just what it is with me. But to piggyback off what you said, not piggyback. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you think the fear is a lot of men put themselves in positions that how do I explain this? For example, all right. I remember when dudes were on Twitter and Instagram and social media back in the day when everyone found out that Beyonce got cheated on.
Got it.
Right? And remember dudes being like, oh, look at you women like doing all these things for a nigga that can't pay your bills when even Beyonce got cheated on. I feel like on the flip side of that, a lot of men are seeing a lot of famous celebrity dudes getting played, cheated on, whatever the case is, and they're like, nah, bro, I can never be like that. That's why let's fuck all these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that's what it is? The perception on social media, or what they're seeing is not their reality, but they're trying to attach themselves to it?
I think everything right now in this era is hyper. Everyone's hyper fixated on whatever.
Right.
And I think that people on social media kind of like tug on people's emotions. I think people are hurt. Like, let's say like there's a level of hurt, right?
Right.
Let's say this is their hurt. But once you get on social media and you start being around people who've felt the same hurt, and people start talking about that hurt, it gets higher and heightened to the point where you're like, the fuck it point, because you're like, if it happened to me, it happened to them, it happened to this famous person who constantly, then it's everyone, fuck everybody. So I think that I think on that level that people are really going off of social media and what they're hearing other people say.
Right.
When really what you need to do is take some time for yourself and heal and figure things out and get back out there. I think that prior to social media, when it was just us dating and just doing our thing, I think a lot of us honestly dealt with breakups better. We would go to the next person, just date, honestly, and not worry about all that other stuff, because you break up, you date. You break up, you date. You don't really hear much of outside sources unless it's your friends or something.
Right.
Most of the time it's just really, family, friends, and your circle. Now it's social media. Now if we're in Florida, someone out in Cali is experiencing the same thing as us, and then someone else in Nevada, and then someone else out in the UK, and then Australia. And we're all feeling the same thing. Then to them, it's starting to feel like a certain way. Also,
I think to piggyback off that social media point, just let me know if both of y'all agree with me or not on this one.
Okay.
I've seen firsthand with my little cousin, Bassie. Okay. He was going through a breakup, and I remember he reposted like some red pill shit on his TikTok, and it popped up on my timeline. Then another thing, red pill popped up. Then another thing, and another thing. I'm like, oh, he might be going down a rabbit hole. Let me call him and get him to stop before he goes down a rabbit hole. I think one thing too is maybe you're feeling pain or even remorse for your actions, or you're just feeling bad, right? You'll see something on social media that relates to you on whatever you're going through in that moment, double tap, and guess what the algorithm is going to do? Just keep suggesting more shit.
Exactly.
And then you just fall down that rabbit hole, and then that little
you
breakup,
internalize it.
Exactly. That little breakup that you probably should internalize for like a week or two and get over it and move on, 7 stages of grief, whatever the case is. Now it turns into a couple of months, now a couple of years.
Yeah.
Now that's your lifestyle now because of that one person that may have broke your heart.
Yeah.
Now you're never going to settle down because you have a skewed view on what relationships and love should be.
Yeah. And specifically on men, especially with Red Pill Podcast.
Yeah.
They need to hear more stuff like this.
Yeah.
Where saying it's okay to be hurt. Go out there again, do it again. Go out there and try again. Instead of hearing, these women only want you for money. Unless you got this, unless you got that, you don't got that.
Yep.
Do get in the gym so you can get more women. Do this so you can get women. Do this to get women. Do that to get women. Instead of, brothers, do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, do it for self-development. Do it so you're a healthy person. Do it so you're a healthy individual. And I think a lot of men aren't able to settle down because they're not okay with themselves. They need to be okay with themselves. I have a question for Phil.
Yep.
Phil, when did you know it was the right time to settle down with your wife?
Great question.
So we've been together since 2010. So 15 years it'll be this year.
Congratulations.
So I was going through some stuff at work, and she worked in the same hospital, and she knew what I was going through, and she just was like, she was my cheerleader and my coach.
Oh.
So I kind of like that, and like she was, behind me and beside me. So I like that. That's kind of how I knew.
Okay.
I like that.
Then I knocked her up. So then,
Phil shot the club up. Phil just going in.
I know, right?
He's like, oh man, she nursed me back to health. And he's just out here just raw dogging.
Yeah, he's I'm gonna solidify it.
Yeah, she travel nurse, all right. Phil, did she come in the room like, is it time for your sponge bath?
Yep.
Oh Jesus, he wasn't supposed to say yes. He wasn't supposed to say yes. But when you felt that, like how to explain it? When you were walking, when she was walking down the aisle. Apologize. When she was walking down the aisle, you looking at her, or you guys are getting married. Did you just know it was the right decision?
Of course.
I like that, bro.
I wouldn't.
like that.
I wouldn't even have,
Slip.
had any second thoughts if I wasn't sure.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have done it
Black love is
if
beautiful.
I wasn't sure.
Black love is beautiful, bro. Black love is beautiful. I love it.
Love that. That was a nice little simple answer he gave it to
Snap,
us.
snap. He
It
gets the
wasn't
snaps.
even
He
nothing.
gets
It was simple, but it was deep. I just knew it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she watches the show, so just saying.
Hey, Mrs. Bird. I have a question for both of y'all. Actually,
All right, bet.
Y'all could answer either way. I guess Phil, answer like before you got married, like the mindset you had before you got married, before you met your wife. What was it in your past when it comes to dating that made you like hesitant on like maybe even going to the next relationship?
Oh man, so I was maybe here in Florida for maybe 4 years at a time.
Okay.
And so just the quality of the people in Florida just weren't to my liking. A lot of people were superficial.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because this is when we're in our early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Early 20s. So people didn't really know who they were, really.
This is true.
And this is around the time when Flow Rider was really popular. So
Oh, the apple bottom
Oh,
jeans.
yeah.
a lot of apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. You know what I'm saying?
Whole club looking at her.
The whole club was looking at her. You know, she hit the club, right?
She hit the floor too.
She hit the flow. Yeah. Next thing you know,
She got low.
Shorty got low.
Low.
Yeah.
Low.
Anyway, yeah. So I just didn't like the people who I was around, and like my roommates they were good people at heart, but they were those typical, oh, we gotta smash everything we can, and I was never like that. So I didn't like hanging out with them. I never felt like I had to smash every woman possible as a rite of passage in college.
Right.
So I didn't. Really,
Yes, Phil.
What? Oh, I didn't vibe. I didn't vibe with that. And I knew what I wanted to do with my life, and I was steadfast since I was a child. That was the only thing I ever wanted to do was this. And
Got
so
you, yeah.
nothing was going to distract me, not a relationship, not parties, not anything else. I knew what career I wanted to have, and nothing was going to stop me.
I like that.
No plan B.
Like that. Same here.
Obviously, no plan B. Phil, Trey, what about you?
As far as what?
Like, was there something in your past relationships that kind of made you hesitant to like maybe go to the next relationship or move on?
Well, I mean, Yeah,
It
for sure.
doesn't have to be like romantic relationships, kind of like Phil, those friendships, you know?
No, but I mean, I never did well with friends. So I can only
touching
really speak on
Yep.
relationships for real. But it's like more just like, you know, we talked about Ix one episode, Ix, or like, you know, even trauma at the same time where, you know, you get dealt a certain hand and you start approaching relationships in a different way because of what you've been dealing with the pain that you've dealt with.
Gotcha.
I'll say this, like, I've never judged a whole group of women because of the pain of another woman, but the approach to the relationship is different.
How so?
So, like, for instance, we just talked about how your cousin may have gotten a breakup and you went the tried to go the red pill path.
Yeah.
And was hurt. And when people do that, they say, fuck all women.
Right.
I could have been hurt by a specific woman, but it did not affect how I viewed all women, but it affected how I approached a woman.
Yeah, okay.
Possibly of me saying, like, being more cautious, being more hurt. I had a conversation with, and I got therapy for that. Mm-hmm. During COVID, I got therapy for a lot of different things. I attacked a lot of different things. I opened up a lot of different, I broke down a lot of different walls I was going through.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with one of my coworkers that I work with, and we talked about, like, because I'm dating someone right now, and we were talking about how, why can't things be good, just good?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be bad? Why do you have to expect the worst? Why can't you just enjoy what's going on?
Yeah.
And so, to me, that is my mindset right now with the person I'm currently dating is, why can't I just be happy and just be good and stop worrying about, I didn't have to do that when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. I didn't do that then. So what's the difference between then and now? And it's pain and trauma, but, you know, you got that God is shirt. I'm a believer of God. We believe we're healed and everything. So in that case, why am I living in that trauma and that pain?
Yeah.
I should just keep it pushing. So that's how I'm moving in this situation, opposed to how I would move in the past, where it was kind of stepping over glass and trying to, at the same time, protect myself from cutting my foot, but also not irritating or doing something to another person.
But one thing I hear in both of you guys' stories, and stories that you guys told in the past on the show, is that that journey that you guys are on, it's you still got to do the work.
Yeah, you still got to work.
Like, even if you find happiness, you still got to do the work within. And then while you're doing the work within, you got to do the work also within your relationship as well, to make sure, you know, that relationship is not breaking you down as well to a place where you were before.
Yes, and to bring it back all the way back to Shannon Sharpe.
Yep.
There's something inside of him that he has not worked on that keeps him in a place where he feels like he has to fuck 19-year-old girls, which doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
So whatever he's going through internally, he needs to figure it out. And because it's not meant for us to be alone. It's not meant for us to not have a companion to be with for the long term.
Right.
I mean, God bless us to have someone, a woman, for us long term, for life. That's what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it's meant for. So there's something I feel like in men internally that if you can't feel like you can get there to settle, there's something internally wrong. Does that mean that everyone's meant for marriage? Not everyone's meant for marriage.
No,
That's also in the Bible saying not everyone's meant for that. But for the people that are looking for that, but at the same time being cautious, there's something wrong with you that you need to figure out.
So, I love what you just said. So now my final question is, because I think I've asked you like 4 questions. My final question is, and I'm going to answer it too.
Okay.
Is, do you think when it comes to the hesitation of men, it's more internal or more external? Like the embarrassment of failing in a relationship, like externally, or is it more of the embarrassment internally that is stopping men from?
I think it's both.
Because you know how externally people will put up the bravado, like, man, I don't care, like, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's both.
I'm out here just, you know.
It's both. You don't internally. I think it's men that like. I think men are super emotional people. I think we're very emotional people.
Also afraid to show their emotions.
Yes, and I think that we just externally don't want to be judged or view a certain way for being emotional because us as men always say, "Oh, damn, you sensitive." Even us in the black community, me being light skinned, you being dark skinned.
Oh God, bro, the comments be kicking your back and just being light skinned, bro.
Right, but I was saying that I'm super emotional and I'm super sensitive, all because of my complexion being light.
Yep.
So there is that nature of, especially in the black community, of you too sensitive, you too this, you too that. So as a black man specifically, you are internally battling your pain and hurt, and externally trying to prevent it from being seen, so people don't see you as being weak. So I think it's a double-edged sword on that.
I could see that and understand it.
Exactly. I can see and understand it too. I've been there.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
You have. I've heard you on the phone sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, Trey ready to go crash out.
Yeah.
But he good. He good. He good.
Tweak.
He gonna do some music and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll write some lyrics. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
Phil, anything you got for us?
No, I like what Trey said.
You do?
Yeah.
Hey, it was all right. It was all right. Trey, anything you want to say, bro?
Nah, man, that's all I had. That's what I got. What's your what you on question?
My would you rather?
Would you rather? Yeah.
Hold on. I had it written down.
Wait.
What's up?
100 men versus one gorilla.
Oh, no. Jesus.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay, listen. We're going to make it quick.
No.
100 people are not beating up a gorilla.
Yes,
Case
they
closed.
are. Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Bro, a gorilla's vegetarian. They going to fuck you up just for the fun of it.
Bro, 100 people can, man. 100 people. 100 people, dude. 100 people?
It's not going to happen. Listen, the first 10 dudes going to get their ass kicked, and everybody's going to be like, yeah, you got it. I'm out of here. Gorilla's going to win by default.
I was talking to my girl about this, and I was like, I think the dudes are going to be too hesitant to even move in the first place. That the gorillas just fuck them up just off the hesitant. You can't be in that situation. If it's 100 men, there got to be 100 men on go. It can't be no hesitant. I'm gonna wait. Everyone at the same time got to bum rush the gorilla.
Yeah.
Because if one person just goes and everyone's like this and waits, like it's one by one.
Bro, that first wave is going to get knocked the hell. Bro, the gorillas win. The gorillas win. 100 men, no weapons. The gorillas winning, bro.
All right.
Like I just, the gorillas winning.
Okay.
I just stand on that.
It's not a real situation.
Honestly,
So I ain't gonna be out here debating this.
I want to be so toxic right now. It's say some red pill ass shit as a joke.
No,
I know people gonna take it the wrong way. But I know people gonna take it the wrong way. I'm trying to be sarcastic right now.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna do, but don't do it.
Say?
Nope.
100 women versus accountability.
No, I was gonna say 100 women versus a bear.
That's insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that trend that was like, oh, would a woman rather spend a whole day with a man or a whole day with a bear? Women were picking the bear. I'm like, okay, 100 women versus a bear. Let's see how it turns out.
Bro, have you actually seen how big a grizzly bear's hand is? Like,
yes, that shit is scary, bro.
Actually big. It's like as big as your chest.
Listen, yo, I ain't gonna lie. That 100 men versus a gorilla topic makes me laugh so much because the way women were kicking niggas' backs in was the funniest shit. Like there was one girl that was like, niggas don't even know how to nail a picture to a wall. Now they want to go fight gorillas. Like, that shit had me dying. It was like niggas don't know how to change a tire, but they want to go fight a gorilla. That shit had me dying too.
That's insane.
But it's true. All right, Phil.
There we go.
Right.
You got another one?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There we go.
You ready for this? Would you rather?
Yes.
All right. This was a little funny, but it's all right.
May I ask a question?
All right. Would you rather have all your phone calls on speaker, like when I mean speaker, like as in like broadcast?
Okay.
Every time you're on the phone, it's on broadcast television. Or would you rather every time you have sex, you lose another day of your life?
I'll broadcast my shit.
Broadcast your phone call, right?
Yeah.
Say the same
I don't got
thing.
nothing to hide.
Phil, how about you?
I mean, I talk on speakerphone anyway.
Yeah,
and
me
like,
too.
we podcast, so we talking, everybody listening anyway. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
I
saying?
can't lose a life off of some sex. That's crazy.
Yeah. You should say when you jerk off every time you lose a day.
Yeah, if you, yeah.
You should. Yeah, that's kind of intense.
Yeah.
I'm on my like abstinence right now. So
Oh, you joining me?
hey, bro, hold on. I'll tell you right now. Hey, listen.
Does that include no masturbation?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. That includes for me.
Oh, okay. So
Nah,
you're semen retention.
Yeah.
Retention?
Retention?
Wait, when Trey finally has sex, it's gonna look like somebody just smashed a jar of mayonnaise.
I mean, you seen Scary Movie?
yes. Sorry. Trey looking at me like you want to punch me in the face right now. All right. Would you rather use chopsticks every day for the rest of your life to
Nope,
eat?
fuck chopsticks. Whatever the other option is, I'll take it.
The other option is never be able to use a knife ever again.
Fuck chopsticks. So
Yeah, bro. I can use a fork to cut.
I can cut with a spoon.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So y'all rather take the chopsticks?
Yeah.
No, fuck
Get rid of the
chopsticks.
knife. Yeah.
Okay, Phil is knife. You're chopstick.
No, Phil's getting rid of the chopsticks. I'm also getting rid of chopsticks. I'll take the get rid of knife.
No. Wait, so you'd rather use the chopsticks for the rest of your life? That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm never
No,
using
I don't want to
chopsticks.
use chopsticks.
That's what I'm saying. Would you rather
don't wanna
use the
have-
chopsticks only, or
No knife for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep.
so
No
no
knife.
knife for the rest of your life?
Yes.
Okay. So we're on the same page. Okay, cool. All right, last one. So I was thinking
What are we
something
doing?
opposite. Sorry. Would you rather be? This is a great question for me and Trey, by the way.
Oh, brother.
Would you rather be the funniest person alive, or the most handsome guy alive?
Why can't you be both?
Head ass. We all know the guys who look better looking have no personality.
What would you rather be?
I'm already the funniest nigga alive, so
All right.
I'm already the funniest nigga alive. All right.
Well, I'm not funny already, so I'd rather be handsome.
So Trey wants to be his regular self. So, anyways,
Would y'all rather be Future or Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
He got that coin, boy.
Okay.
And he got Sierra.
Russell Wilson got real money.
Facts.
Future got rapper money.
That nigga Russell Wilson had a $60 million contract for 1 year in Seattle. Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
And he won a Super Bowl. Kiss my black ass.
Yeah. I agree.
Future could do what he doing, you know what I'm saying? Lil Demon, I love Future's music, but nah. I'd rather be
I
Russell
was just in
Wilson.
the rich sex in the gym the other day.
Oh, my nigga. This is my nigga.
That's it.
All right, I got one off the cuff.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. This has to do with acting. All right, y'all ready? Would you rather have Will Smith's career or Denzel Washington's career?
Denzel.
Will Smith.
You said who, Phil?
Denzel.
Wait. Without the personal, right?
Everything.
Denzel.
Thank you, Denzel.
I thought you were gonna put the
No.
Denzel.
Jada Pinkett comes with is the package too.
Denzel.
They'll try to pick and choose.
Denzel.
You have Willow and Jaden. I mean, granted, Willow and Jada too.
That's not my problem with them. The problem is
They're
going
two
on stage
freaking
slapping
talented
another
kids.
man for. I'm not doing that. Denzel.
Yeah, you got to deal with the August Alsina.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Denzel.
Denzel.
Yeah.
Denzel.
Yeah.
Anyways, Phil, you got anything to say before we sign off?
Nah, man, great show.
What about you, Trey?
No, it was good, bro.
All right, y'all. Well, anyways, y'all. We appreciate you guys viewing and listening to the show. We appreciate everybody who comments, subscribes. Please subscribe to the Patreon. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube page or the DeRozier Media Network. And follow me and Trey on our social media platforms. Mine is the J DeRozier. And for Trey, it's Trey Some Music. So. Phil, anything you want to say? Say anything nice?
Buy the Patreon.
Yes, subscribe to the Patreon. We have $5, $10, and $20 tiers. Listen, bro, I know the recession's coming. I know tariffs is hitting y'all hard. So I'm hitting you guys over the head with the Patreon prices. Some of these people on Patreon only drop like one thing on Patreon every 3 months, and it got you guys paying $100. Like, no.
We got After Dark coming.
And we got Fupas and Flapjacks After Dark. You know what I'm saying? We got the backdrop behind me. You know what I'm saying? We got everything. Anyways, y'all, there's been another great episode of Fupas and Flapjacks podcast. My name is Jay. That's
Your boy Trey.
And on behalf of myself and Trey, Phil, and everybody else at the DeRozier Media Network, signing off. Appreciate y'all.
Put it on me, baby, put it on me. Put it on me, baby.